Welcome to this week's edition of the OCU Athletics Update. I'm Andrew Himes, and this week we're talking to Delaware Resource Group Superstar Athlete of the Week, Autumn Lau, and volleyball coach Kyle Steele. Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Autumn Lau, a senior from Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania. She led the Stars to a 3-0 week last week, including a victory over number 16, John Brown. And what's been the highlight of the season so far for you?
I would just say being undefeated in the conference so far. That's been one of our goals from the beginning of the year. So we're just going to continue to keep doing what we're doing and keep the streak going.
What brought you here to OCU?
A friend of mine actually got me in contact with Coach T, and once I learned about the traditions here and the expectations that she has of her players, I just knew I could come in right away and contribute to the team, and I'm here, so I'm glad to be here.
You've got a twin sister named Amber who's played with you at several locations before. So how exactly are we supposed to tell you two apart?
If you're focusing on the physical attributes, I'm an inch taller, so if you see us side by side, it's pretty obvious. And also, people like to say our tattoos, but people that know us, they say our personalities are different. They say I'm more intense and competitive in everything I do, and she's kind of more laid back.
I understand that at one point you hit a half-court shot to win a big important game. Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was actually in the first round of states, and the game was tied up. There was 6 seconds left, and I was taking the ball out on the sideline. I got it to the point guard. There was probably like 2 girls trailing me, and by the time the point guard was able to get me the ball, my back was to the basket, and I kind of just turned around and threw it up, and luckily it went in and we won.
Talk about this Vans Warped Tour and what you enjoyed about that.
It's an all-day event. There's about 100 bands, thousands of people. It gets pretty intense out there, but luckily I'm a basketball player and I'm taller and stronger, so it's kind of like a big box-out drill because I'm just like holding people off, but it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend it to anyone who likes music and likes to go to concerts.
You're a mass communications major here at OCU. What are your plans beyond basketball after graduation?
Yeah, I mean, if I can play basketball after college, it's definitely something I would like to do. But other than that, I actually want to be a personal trainer. And with MassComm, it actually teaches you how to like market yourself and communicate, talk to different types of people. So it kind of goes hand in hand with any type of career that I want to get into. So,
can you share something about yourself that people may not necessarily know?
I mean, a lot of people here don't know that I'm a twin, and when she came down and visited me, it was kind of fun because people that didn't know before, like, they had to take a double take, and people, when she came to our game, like, they thought that I was injured because she was sitting in the stands, so it was kind of funny to see people come up to her after the game and kind of congratulate her on the game, and she kind of just took it all in.
All right, very good. Talking to Superstar Athlete of the Week, Autumn Lau. Coming up next on the OCU Athletics Update, we'll introduce you to a new member of the Stars family.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Here on the OCU Athletics Update, we're talking to new volleyball coach at OCU, Kyle Steele. He comes to the Stars after being an assistant at Southern Nazarene University. And what attributes and experiences have you gained that prepare you for being a head coach?
Well, I think it starts out with being a athlete myself. Played at California Baptist University for a year, and so got some valuable experience learning from a coach that coached for the national team for a while, and he's now the associate head at Florida State. So learned a lot from playing, and then spending the last 3 years as an assistant at Southern Nazarene, gained some valuable recruiting experience and building relationships. I've been a club coach at the 18-year-old division for the last 5-6 years. So building up those relationships with junior college coaches and high school coaches around the country kind of prepared me for what I'm doing now.
There are certain specialties that you have coaching volleyball. Tell us about those and what do those entail?
I'm kind of a training fanatic, so anything that I can break down into the biomechanics of it all, whether it be platform passing or setting or hitting, I kind of like to get into the science of it all. So USA Volleyball does a really nice job of that, and I've taken done some certifications through them that have helped me kind of develop this process. But as a former libero defensive specialist, played a little bit outside hitter. Those are probably my biggest specialties as far as in training, because it's the ones that came easier to me. But over the years of talking with setters and learning from setters around the country, I've learned had some valuable experience training setters as well. So,
what has shaped your coaching philosophy?
There's a bunch of things. I think, kind of trial and error some. Starting out coaching, I started coaching club when I was 19 years old. So starting at a really young age, I've had to learn, the hard way sometimes, but I've had some success doing some things certain ways that have helped that too. So, I think the people that mentored me and always being willing to learn from anybody, any source, and I hope that continues till the day I die. I always want to be able to learn more. So, there's a bunch of different areas, but I wear this wristband all the time. It's one of the Pete Carroll's, always compete, win forever deal, and I've kind of taken that philosophy a little bit into how I practice and set up practices. Is we like to be competitive all the time. So, the way drills are set up, they're to compete, and they're to compete all the time. So,
what do you look for in a prospective student athlete?
There's a bunch of different things. Number one, can she play? I think that's going to be the initial thing that sparks your eye when you're looking for, when I'm at a national qualifier and there's 100 courts of volleyball going on and I'm looking for an outside hitter, a swing or two, or when I'm walking by court's going to catch your eye. And then, kind of as you get into the processes, are they going to be a good fit for my team? Are they going to buy into what I'm selling? Are they going to be a good fit for the school? And then those things kind of, fall in later in the recruiting process. But I think a combination of all those things when you're recruiting. So,
I understand you have several family connections at Mid-American Nazarene.
Just a few.
So, are we going to see them on the schedule?
Not this next year, but who knows? I know we've played them in the past. I think 3 times. Not this last season, but the season before. And I'd love to see him, not in the regular season, but I'd love to see him postseason sometime. So,
tell us about those connections you have at Mid-American.
Dad is the athletic director, and his wife is the volleyball coach. So she's actually who I started coaching with when I was real young. So those. I don't think it's a lose-lose probably for Dad there, but he may have an OCU T-shirt on under that MNU polo. So,
what makes OCU unique?
I think there's a lot of things. I think the fact that there's 52 banners hanging in the gym makes it really unique. It's a great selling point in the recruiting process. As I'm kind of getting my feet wet here, I hope to use that to our advantage. But I think the fact that everybody kind of comes here with a purpose. There's not too many people here that don't know what they kind of want to do. So when everybody comes with a purpose, it seems like a pretty well organized and goal-driven and goal-oriented place, which benefits, I think, student athletes especially in the long run. So.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Talking to new OCU volleyball coach Kyle Steele, and you can keep up with the volleyball team on OCUsports.com.